Summer's officially here, and for this young family, it should mean fun in the sun. But just look at how overwhelming this garden is.
Have you ever thought about what really happens after a viral act of kindness? When the cameras stop rolling, donations slow down, and the internet moves on, what happens to the people behind those heart-touching stories? Today, we're uncovering the real story behind one of YouTube's most emotional cleaning journeys, the story of flawless cleaning services and a quiet, kind man named Jim. This isn't just about washing driveways or showing shiny patios for millions of views. It's about what happens when kindness meets real life, a life that's not perfect, not easy, and sometimes painfully messy. It's about the true cost of compassion, the hidden struggles behind viral fame, and how one small act of help turned into a life-changing mission to save a family, one home at a time. Let's go back to the start. Ben Saunders, the man behind Flawless Cleaning Services, was never your typical entrepreneur. In 2015, he just wanted to clean driveways and make a living, his only weapon a humble pressure washer. But when lockdown swept the UK in 2020, Ben picked up a camera, started sharing the magic of transformations, and without knowing it, he hit a nerve. Watching grime melt away turned out to be oddly comforting, especially during tough times. The channel took off, touching hearts from Sidcup to Sydney. Soon, Flawless was more than a one-man show. Ben's family pitched in, his dad Paul, his friend Colin, even his wife working behind the scenes. They weren't just cleaning up messes, they were rescuing dignity and rewriting stories for people who'd lost hope. But the real turning point came in early 2024 when Ben met Jim. Jim wasn't a client or an employee. He was a quiet, retired man, battling terminal cancer and living in a house that had given up on him, overgrown garden, caved-in roof, a struggle too heavy for one man. Seeing his pain, Ben's crew and millions of viewers rallied behind him. What began as a simple yard cleanup became a 13-month crusade to save Jim and his wife Jean from a life of despair. There were moments of hope. The community raised over £75,000 on GoFundMe to help rebuild Jim and Jean's home. But there were also setbacks: a sudden kitchen roof collapse, heartbreaking health updates, mounting pressure on everyone involved. What started as joyful makeover videos turned into a marathon of resilience, 13 months of chaos, delays, and tears, but also moments that restored faith in humanity. But here's the part most never see. Behind those feel-good videos, Ben and his team hit a wall financially, emotionally, physically. Courthouse battles over £80,000 in waste management costs, back-breaking shifts, and the exhaustion of making miracles by day and editing videos by night. Even Flawless's most loyal fans started noticing uploads slowed, Ben looked tired, and the joyful chaos seemed heavier. Was it for nothing? Absolutely not. The final episode premiered in June 2025. We did it 13 months to rescue Jim and Jean. Their home was safe. Jean could finally move around downstairs. Jim, while still bravely fighting his illness, could enjoy his garden again. Millions cheered, but the story was more than just a win for YouTube. What really happened to Flawless Cleaning and to Jim? There was no tragic scandal, no fall from grace, just people doing their best, giving until it hurt, sometimes paying a hidden price for kindness. As Ben's story shows, viral compassion is beautiful, but it's also demanding. It takes a toll, even on the strongest hearts. So next time you see a transformation video, remember behind every spotless reveal are stories of struggle and sacrifice that never make the final edit. For Flawless Cleaning, for Jim and Jean, the story isn't over. It's still unfolding, beautifully, humanly, and messily. Stay kind, stay curious, and never forget, sometimes the bravest thing you can do is help clean up someone else's mess. Social media can be inspiring, but it never sleeps. Flawless's followers kept asking for updates, pushing for the next big reveal, often unaware of the toll it took on Ben's crew. Some fans noticed a change: uploads slowed, videos became shorter, and Ben appeared increasingly stressed in live streams. The weight of expectation for constant kindness, constant giving was growing unbearable. Meanwhile, Jim's journey was far from easy. Despite the outpouring of support, his health declined faster than most viewers realized. Medical emergencies took him out of the action for weeks. Jean faced her own battles, needing special care in an accessible living space which Ben's team worked tirelessly to build. Often learning construction skills on the fly, the mission went beyond cleaning. It turned into social work, healthcare, home renovation, and emotional rescue. Finally, in June 2025, the series reached its emotional conclusion. The video, "We Did It, 13 Months to Rescue Jim and Jean's Home and Garden," showed an incredible turnaround. A vibrant garden, a safe home, a couple smiling with relief. Jim, now able to enjoy his favorite space again, despite failing health, became a symbol of hope beyond just YouTube fame. But what happened after the cameras stopped? Rumors swirled online. Some fans speculated about faded donations, delays, or implied drama. But the truth was simpler and more human. There was no scandal, no betrayal. Flawless Cleaning Services was not shut down. The team is still active, still cleaning, and still helping when possible, but with new wisdom about the cost of viral kindness. Behind each miracle, enormous logistical headaches remained. Ben spoke publicly about legal troubles related to waste disposal and building codes, at one point referencing over £80,000 in unexpected fees. The company had to make hard choices to stay afloat, including pausing new major blessing projects to catch up financially and give the team time to recover. It's easy to expect a happy ending in viral stories, but the deeper lesson is the power and cost of sustained compassion. For Jim and Jean, life will never be the same. Their home, transformed, remains a living tribute. For Ben, the experience changed the business's trajectory forever. Flawless Cleaning keeps serving the community, but now reminds audiences that saving the world means facing its hardest truths. So what really happened to Flawless Cleaning Services and Jim? Real people gave everything to help another family, turning heartbreak into hope and chaos into comfort for millions. Behind each viral transformation is a team stretched to the edge, sometimes risking their own well-being for each act of kindness. Jim's story isn't just about fixing a house, it's a reminder that every act of service comes with sacrifice, and every viral miracle leaves a legacy of both joy and struggle. As of late 2025, Flawless Cleaning Services, led by Ben Saunders, continues to operate as one of YouTube's most active and beloved transformation-based channels. The team has shifted focus from massive single rescues like Jim's to more frequent community-driven projects, often providing free Flawless Blessings cleanups for people in urgent need, especially the elderly, veterans, and local schools. Ben now actively invites nominations from his audience to select deserving recipients for free garden and home transformations, often highlighting stories of hardship and resilience. The team works with regular helpers such as Colin and Archie and coordinates volunteers and sponsors, reflecting a move from just running a cleaning business to orchestrating community-led acts of kindness and hope. As of November 2025, Flawless Cleaning Services has garnered over 580,000 YouTube subscribers, over 140 million views, and continues to monetize through AdSense and sponsored content, which helps fund the blessing projects and support the small team. Ben regularly updates fans with new transformation videos every few weeks, community Q&As, and family moments, sometimes even including his children and his father, Paul, in heartwarming cameos. Recent projects in the second half of 2025 include cleaning vandalized properties, rescuing neglected school gardens, and supporting vulnerable people who have been targeted by vandals or left isolated. The nomination and P.O. Box system for suggesting new Flawless Blessings is still actively promoted across their YouTube, website, and social media presence. Flawless Cleaning Services now serves as both a community outreach platform and a YouTube channel, bringing real change through practical help while telling authentic, uplifting stories. The focus remains firmly on positivity, kindness, and transparency, ensuring the legacy of Jim's rescue lives on in every new project. As the dust finally settles not just in Jim's garden, But in the lives touched far beyond one neighborhood, we're reminded that true change comes from the smallest acts of kindness. For Ben and Team Flawless, this wasn't just about cleaning up someone's home. It was about restoring hope, proving that even in the hardest moments, community can step forward and lift up those who need it most. Jim's journey taught us that generosity isn't easy. The cameras may turn off, the donations may slow, but the legacy endures through every new garden rescued, every letter of support, and every story shared. Flawless Cleaning Services is still out there, changing lives one project at a time, powered by the same compassion that inspired millions to help Jim. So if you're watching this and wondering what difference you can make, remember Jim's story. Kindness is contagious. It only takes one person or one team to start a wave of hope that keeps growing even after the final footage is uploaded. Thank you for joining us on this journey.